and welcome to our training video today. This video is going to be all about prepping your class for when seminary actually starts. So hopefully even if you've already started, this is helpful to you. So we're going to talk about the settings in your class, preparing your settings, and then just the last few things you need to do on your homepage in your class to be sure that it's ready for school to start. All right, let's get right into it. So I have a class here. It's actually a practice class that I have for one of my supervisors. So that's what we're going to be using today, but it looks just like a regular Book of Mormon class. So first of all, I'm going to go into my settings. So scroll down and click on settings. One of the first things you want to do in your class to prep it before school starts, before seminary starts, is this time zone situation right here. So it's set up to be in Utah time, but I'm not in Utah, so I don't want all of my times to be an hour behind what I want them to be. Like if I want it to go live at midnight, I don't want it to actually go live at 1 o'clock a.m. my time. Does that make sense? So you want to click here, and my time zone is central, but you can change it to whatever your time zone is, and that's really important. The other key thing is to instruct your students to do the same. They have to do this in their profile so that the time zone is aligned with the time zone that you have set for your class. So like first thing to get your students to do when they log into Canvas is go into their settings and set the time zone. All right, so the next thing you want to do, if this is not already set up, you can start when your class starts and when your class ends. So ours starts late just because the school year starts late here for us because of COVID-19. And it ends in December, so I'm going to set those dates. And on the 18th of December. And then there's options here that you can look over and see what you want to do. There's no mandate on what you have to do. Then scroll down, and you're going to go to more options down here. And you want to select the number of announcements that show on the homepage. It automatically does 3. I think 3 is fine. These are other settings that you can read through and decide what you want to do. So one thing that I will say for seminary that I would do is I would definitely let students edit or delete their discussion posts, because they might preemptively post, and then they feel uncomfortable with what they say, they might want to delete it or edit it, and if I were a student, I would really want that option. So I'm going to allow that in this class. And then I don't really think that you need to click the other ones. I don't think there's any reason for students to be starting discussion topics. And there's definitely not a reason they should be organizing their own groups, I don't think. So I'm going to click here and do update course details. All right, so the next thing you want to do in your course settings is go up here to navigation. So right now, these are all the items that they can see on the left side, all the students can see, like this. If there's some that you don't want them to see, you can change that. Like let's say, I don't know, I don't really see a reason for having collaborations. So you could say disable, and that will move it down here to the disabled pages. Now, if there's something you want to add, like let's say you're using Zoom for your seminary class and you want that to be over here on the left side for your students to see, you can click those 3 little dots and click enable. And you'll see you can just click and drag these to change the order of them, to kind of put the most important ones towards the top. So how I do it is I do home, announcements, modules, and then I will usually move up the Zoom, and I'll move people down because I don't really know that they'll need to see that a lot. And then you can see these other things. If you do a syllabus, you could do that. Quizzes, they should be able to see. And that automatically moved it. So if you want to change these, you just click these 3 little dots on the side and you can edit them and drag and drop them around. And that correlates with these little eyeballs with the slash through it. These are the items that they cannot see, your students cannot see. Right now there's one over announcements just because this course does not have any announcements. Once you add an announcement for your first week of seminary, then the little eyeball with the slash will go away and the students will be able to see it. We finished this and you can just click save. Alright, so after you've gotten the settings set up for your course, the next thing you want to do is go into your account on Canvas and make sure that you've got your notification settings lined up the way you want them. Now, I think less is more with notification settings. You don't want to be getting a ton of notifications. It's overwhelming, trust me. So simplify this as much as you can. How you get to your notification setting when you're in Canvas is you click account over here, and hopefully you've uploaded a picture, so basically you just click on your face and then you go over here to notifications, you click that, and this will pop up. So up here it describes what kind of notifications you have and what they mean. The check mark means I want to know right when it happens. The clock means just send me a summary at the end of the day. The calendars send me a summary at the end of the week. And the X's don't send me anything. I prefer more than anything the daily summary. I just like to see what's happening in the class daily. I don't want to wait a whole week, but I definitely don't want to get it every time something happens in the class because that will get very overwhelming. You also need to take note of where your notification is coming to. If it's going to your email address that you have set up with your Canvas account, if it's a push notification, which means if you have the Canvas app on your iPad or on your phone, if you enable these push notifications, you're going to be notified every single time something happens on your phone or on your iPad. To me, that's too much. I would be really overwhelmed by that. So I've got X's all down push notifications. I try to stay off my phone as much as possible. So I just do it through my email because that just works best for me. So whatever works best for you. And like I said, mostly I will do send me a daily summary. And the things that I choose that I think are most important for a daily summary are announcement is chosen for me. The other one that I like daily summary of is submission. So when they submit an assignment, I want to know that daily, and I want to know about the discussion posts daily. So to me, those are the most important, as well as the conversations. So that would be over here, like your inbox. Like basically, if the students are emailing you or sending you a message via Canvas, I want to know that every single time it happens. So I use the check mark for that one because I want it immediately when it happens. But to my email, not to my phone. All right, so you can go through these and choose what you want. Once you've chosen what you want, you really need to make sure that each of your students has also gone into their account and done this. Otherwise, they won't know when you've posted a comment to them, when you've posted an announcement, or graded something, anything like that. They won't know unless they go in and see. But I love the notifications to the email, and I would recommend that. I would recommend students have the announcement notification enabled, and grading, and submission comments, discussions, conversations. I think that's really all I would do for students.
and they'll just have to choose if they want it once a day or if they want it every time it happens. I think once a day is just right. The last thing you want to do when you are setting up your class for the year, when you've gone through, you've done what you want to do with your modules, you've gotten your first announcement ready, you're ready to go, is you want to make sure that your course is published, because if it's not published, then your students won't be able to see anything in your class. All you have to do is just click publish. And then it's published. Ta-da! And then if you want to unpublish it for any reason, I don't know why you would, but if you want to unpublish it for any reason, you can just click unpublish. It's super easy. Thank you for joining me in this video to get your class settings and notifications set up for your online seminary class. If you have more questions, you can drop them in the comments. I'm also on the Online Seminary Teacher Facebook page. Hopefully this is helpful. If you have more videos that you specifically would like, just let me know and I'd be happy to make them for you. Hope you have a great day. See ya.